I hope you're having a great day and I hope you're staying safe at home. Today I want to talk about something called conscious living, living with awareness and action. A lot of you must have heard this before, but the more and more people keep getting stuck in fad diets, people keep getting stuck in fad exercise programs, fad spirituality, and all of these problems, the more we realize that how many more diets are we going to chase? How many more different exercise programs are we going to chase? How many more spiritual fads are we going to chase? Spirituality is beautiful, but people make it into a fad by mindlessly doing, by only reading and never practicing, only talking big about what they learn, but never practicing. There's one solution. And what I talked about today is the solution that is going to be the same today, tomorrow, 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, 100 years down the line. It all comes down to you and how consciously you live. Because when you learn to live consciously, whether it's your health, your relationships, your personal growth, the way you feel, your family, your loved ones, it is decisions that only you can make with consciousness that are best for you. The world can continue throwing diet plans at you, telling you this exercise is the best, 50 minutes is better than 40 minutes, 16 hours of fasting is better than 14 hours, 8 hours of sleep is better than 7 hours of sleep. And this has been going on for 15, 20, 30 years, and we're in the same place. People are still searching for weight loss. People are still looking for ways to burn fat, staying healthy, prevent diseases, recover from diseases. When's it all going to stop? So while we can get information, beautiful information from every other experience that we see people talk about, finally it comes to what is right for us. And when you develop, and the process starts today, you're not going to be able to sit under a tree and meditate for 3 days and then become, conscious in your living. No, it's a process. You're going to do it, you're going to fail. You're going to do it, you're going to realize the benefits, you're going to fail again. The process is be aware of the success and the failures. That's all you need to do. So what is conscious living? When people think about conscious living, they think, oh no, I need to meditate, I need to light more candles, I'll have to dress like a saint, I'll have to stop socializing, I can't watch TV, I can't have material things. No, it is absolutely none of that. If it was true, everyone who has material things would be the saddest people on earth. But there are people who have material things and they live with awareness and gratitude. There are people who have material things and they live with greed and they can never enjoy it. So there's a big difference. You can also have people who don't have too much and they make the most of it and they're happy people. They're living with awareness of what's going well for them, what they have. They live with gratitude. And some people, they think, oh, I'm victimized, I have nothing in life, and their lives become more and more miserable. So conscious living is nothing but being aware of who you are, your lifestyle, your emotions, how you feel, your surroundings, all of this with awareness and consciousness. That's all. But we can't be conscious and awareness because we're constantly distracted by our vices. We're constantly distracted by what we're searching for in other people's gardens and other people's social media pages and what's going well. Like they say, the grass is always greener on the other side. That's wrong. That's inaccurate. The grass is always greener on the other side, and it will continue being that way if you're constantly looking outside. But you're standing on grass as well. How much can you nurture that grass, water it, nourish it? And how can you make the grass where you are greener? So at some point you can stop looking out for greener pastures. It's always good to be ambitious. You can always improve. You can get better. But if you're constantly looking for greener pastures by comparing your life with other people, you're going to be miserable. So I make a mistake right now. I'm conscious about it. I'm aware of it. Okay, I made a mistake. What can I learn from this? What can I do now? Conscious living. Okay, I said something wrong. Okay, I'm aware of it. It hurt someone's feelings. What can I do now? How can I make sure this doesn't happen again? I'm eating wrong food all the time, binging, eating the wrong foods. Okay, I'm aware of this behavior. What are the triggers? Am I consciously aware of what is making me eat? Now, what can I do about it? So there's consciousness, awareness, and action. 3 steps to change your life right now. I don't feel loved anymore. Okay, I'm aware of this feeling. I don't feel loved. Okay, what can make me feel loved? Where can I get this love? What changes can I make in my life? So you see consciousness and awareness. But the problem is people are over-conscious about everything that's not going well for them. So you're over-conscious about all the negativity, but you're not conscious about what's going well in your life, what you have. You're over-conscious about what you don't have. Why can't you be conscious about what you have? We're overconscious about those little pains and the ailments and the disease that we have. But we forget to be conscious of the other parts and our organs that are working well for us, or the ability that we have to get better, or the actions that we can take to get better. We're overconscious about what we're not receiving in our relationships from our partners, our family. We're overconscious about that, but we're not conscious about everything that we are receiving. So you see, when we live with consciousness and awareness, it's good for both. Be aware and conscious of what is not going well for you, take those actions to make it better, and also be aware and conscious of what is going well for you. Otherwise, our lives become lives of ingratitude, constant complaint, blame. Okay, a lot of people say, Luke, I want to stop judging. How do you stop judging? I don't know, because my mind also mindlessly judges people so many times. It judges things, it judges the things I watch in the news, a series, a movie. But there's one thing, if we embrace conscious living, we become aware of every time we start to judge someone or judge something. And the more we become aware of it, the more we can remind ourselves, hey, you're judging, stop. You're judging, stop. And that's how we get better. That's how we make a new lifestyle, or we make a new habit, because there are no ways. You can't meditate your way out of judgment. Nope, absolutely not. You got to be aware of how much you're judging and how it makes you feel. The temporary happiness it gets you when you judge someone, and after that you feel miserable again. So when you're aware of these emotions, then you can take corrective action. Okay, so the main thing is when you stop judging and you start living with a life of consciousness, everything changes for you. A lot of people say, I hate someone judging me, but how much are you judging other people? We all do it. Unconsciously, it's the most difficult thing to stop, judging people. But we can get better when we start living with awareness. Now, when we don't live with consciousness, you will find that we automatically start blaming, complaining, engaging in mindless gossip, rumors, projecting our anger, projecting our shortcomings on everyone but us, because we're not living consciously. So we start projecting all of our negativity on other people. But today we understand there are spheres in our life. We have health as a sphere, we have relationships, we have family, we have personal growth, we have career, and we have career business, and we have our wealth and abundance. These are different spheres in our life. Now, how can I start living consciously in all of these spheres? It's very simple. I first assign value to them, that health is valuable. My personal growth is valuable. My relationships are valuable. My career is valuable. Building my finance and my wealth is valuable. I assign value to it, because willpower and motivation is short-lived. You can't motivate yourself every single day or use willpower to say, I'm going to look after my health, my finances, my relationships. No, you assign value to it. You make it a priority. When you make it a priority and you assign value to it, guess what? You need very little motivation. In fact, you'll use more inspiration. So inspiration and motivation can go a long way when you've assigned something value and priority. So everything that you put value on right now is because you've assigned value to it. It's important to you, so you do it. And everything that you're struggling with, but you have to do, is because you have not assigned the right amount of value. So when you do that, you don't become dependent on just willpower and just motivation. Okay, so with conscious living, we learn to start focusing on the smaller things in life. Like how many times I mindlessly reach out for my phone. How many times I find myself mindlessly scrolling. I'm not getting any value. I'm just scrolling and moving from one social media page to another. Conscious living. Don't beat yourself for doing that. We all do it. But when we're consciously aware, then we realize, okay, I'm reaching out for my phone, but I don't need to right now. Self-restraint. Let me not do it. Okay. I feel like eating a snack. There's a cookie on the table right now, but I'm conscious about it. Hey, I just ate lunch 2 hours ago. There is no way I'm physically hungry. Let me leave the cookie for now. Maybe I'll eat it when I'm physically hungry. So a conscious decision. I don't feel like working out today. Okay, I think I'm just going to skip it. But consciously, why? Why do I need to skip it? Am I sick? Okay, am I sick? Do I have something more important? No. Okay, fine. Maybe I don't want to do a 1 hour workout, but let me do 30 minutes. Let me do 15 minutes. Conscious decision, because you're conscious about it. Otherwise, we make decisions so easily. I'll just skip the workout today. No, it's not important. I'll just skip my lunch today. No, it's not important. I'll just have a dessert. We'll see about weight loss later. We can join a program later and take care of it. Oh, I have these symptoms today. Let me just ignore it. I'll look at it when it becomes more serious. Now, that is living with reaction, and living with reaction causes all of our problems. All of our problems. So living consciously, how do we bring conscious living to health? How do we bring it to health? Number one, have I assigned enough a value of how important my health is to me, my loved ones, and everyone else? No. Now, what part of my health do I need to work on? Let me be conscious about that. What is my body telling me? I'm putting on weight constantly. Do I have a hormonal imbalance? Am I lazy? Do I need more activity? Am I sleep deprived? Am I too stressed? Your body, the beauty of conscious living is your body's talking to you all the time. It is whispering to you. It is telling you what to eat, what not to eat, how much to eat, when to stop, what time to eat. Your own body is telling you that. And when you learn to start consciously living, you start listening to that inner voice. You have a gut instinct. That gut instinct is wisdom. You can't find wisdom everywhere else. You can find wisdom in stories on the internet and all of that stuff. But you have a wisdom of your own, and that's your own gut instinct. That's your own inner voice speaking to you. If you are conscious and you're living with awareness, you know what to do. You know what decision to make. You know which relationship is going to serve you. You know which relationship you need to give up. You know which foods make you feel good. You know which foods make you feel horrible. So conscious living, you can bring it to health. You can bring it to your relationship. When you're not living in your relationship or with your partner consciously, you're constantly looking at, oh, those people are so happy. That couple's so happy. Oh, they're doing this, more holidays. That means they're more happy. Let me take more holidays. You take more holidays, but you're still miserable. Your relationship is bio-individual like you. You and your partner are two individual things. You don't have to mark up to the benchmark of what the world calls love. But when you consciously live, you realize that, hey, I don't have to buy expensive stuff for my partner, but giving time to my partner makes her more happy or makes him more happy. Smaller things make him or her more happy. So I don't have to spend that money and get stressed out to buy this expensive gift when all she or he wants is my time. Appreciation, conscious living. You get your answers when you consciously live. So bring conscious living to your relationships, likewise to your family, likewise to your personal growth. Every day, if you're comparing your life with someone on social media, you don't even know who you want to be. But when you step back and consciously you sit down and realize, I want to be this kind of a person. I want to do this. Then you start making your action plan and you move in that direction, no matter what the movies and social media is showing you, because you have a clear vision, a clear path, a clear intention, because it's come up in your awareness, in your consciousness of who you want to be, how you want to dress, how you want to look, what you want to eat, what you want to say, the company you choose to keep. These are your decisions, not society's decisions. So we can bring consciousness to every sphere of our life, to our wealth and our abundance as well. Am I happy with what I have? Great. Conscious decision. Maybe I'm not happy. Maybe I want a little more. So now consciously, what can I do? Can I get a new skill? Can I start a new business? Can I write a book and sell it? Can I do something else? Conscious. Instead of complaining about the economy and complaining about taxes and complaining about and finding fault with the whole world, what can you do consciously to add that abundance and wealth in your life? So it's so important. There's nothing wrong with materialism. Materialism becomes a problem when it distracts you from your own consciousness and awareness. You start to think that material things make you happy. Of course, they can bring you a little bit of happiness. You get that new car, you feel proud, you're driving it, it's good, it fades away. You get your new house, yes, it's good. After that, it's just a house, or it's just a yacht, or just a boat, or just a handbag, or just a Rolex watch. It's good, it brought you a little bit of happiness. The problem is, if you start depending on materialism for your happiness, then you know you're living a lie. But conscious living, you know that, hey, good, I've worked well, I got a bonus. I think I want to experience an exotic holiday. And you book that holiday and you enjoy it and you come back to conscious living. That is beautiful. So materialism is never the problem. It is the person behind materialism. Whether you become a slave to it, you become a victim to it, or you're still within control. Now only you would know that when you live consciously. So now how can we start practicing to live consciously? Very simple. One step at a time. We start off with reflection. Reflect at the end of your day. From the time you woke up till the time you slept. What happened in your day? What went well? What didn't go well? Could you have been a better person in a particular situation? Are you proud of something you did or said? Are you proud of an achievement? Did you eat well? Great. Did you exercise? How did you feel? Start reflecting on little things. You got to be conscious of the little things. We're all conscious, like I said, of the unimportant things. But we're not conscious of the little things that actually make us feel good. So imagine you reflect and you find out, hey, I woke up, I did my yoga, I felt amazing. Don't just say I did yoga, great. No, how did you feel? I did my 1 hour workout. Okay, great. How did you feel? You ate a meal. How did it make you feel? How did your coffee make you feel? Your cup of tea make you feel? Conscious living. And as you practice this, because it makes you feel so good most of the times you start doing it more and more. And sometimes in your reflection, you will find that, hey, I had that cake and it just made me so bloated. You're conscious about it. Don't judge yourself. Don't beat up yourself. Don't sign up for a diet program. No, you're conscious that the cake didn't make you feel good. So now maybe you do less of it. Maybe you want to overeat the next time. Conscious living again. So 1 is reflection. 2 is meditation, because in your meditation space you get clarity of how you feel. If you're constantly feeling horrible, then your meditation makes you look within and find out what is making me feel horrible. Is it the acidity because I overate? Is it the sleep deprivation that makes me tired throughout the day? Again, conscious living. So meditate. Ask the right questions. Keep checking in with yourself. How do I feel today? I watched that movie. How did it make me feel? How am I feeling right now? I did a new yoga asana. How is it making me feel right now? I've ended my day. Okay, there were ups and downs, but how do I feel? Do I feel productive, creative? Do I feel grateful? Check in with yourself. These are simple ways that you can do it. And also be aware of your distractions and your vices that distract you from being aware and conscious. Extremely important. Because all of us have coping mechanisms to cope with stress, to cope with breakups, heartbreak, betrayals, hurt, things that we don't want to change. But the bitter, ugly truth is you got to do the self-work. If you don't do it today, fine, you'll have to do it 5 days later, a month later, maybe 10 years later. I have people who are trying to sort out their childhood issues now when they're 50 and 60. You got to do the self-work. You can't escape that. So the sooner you start to live consciously and with awareness, your life is going to change. And remember, with awareness and consciousness comes responsible action. If there is no responsible action that comes out of you living consciously and with awareness, it's just consciousness and awareness. Useless. You got to be conscious, aware, and take the right action. Conscious and aware and take the right action. And that's how we as human beings evolve. Now, your diet plan may seem insignificant to you because when you live with consciousness, you realize that, hey, I can have 2 desserts a week. I can exercise. I can sleep well. And still, I have a great body. I feel good. I'm happy. My blood parameters are good. Conscious living. Okay, you may just find out, hey, I'm emotionally happy. I don't need to meditate for 1 hour. Even 10 minutes of meditation helps me to feel happy and grounded. Well, that's your plan. That's what you got to do. Guess what? You may not need 90 minutes of exercise. Conscious living teaches you that regular exercise, consistently done even 30 minutes, maintains your body, your weight, your lab parameters, your happiness levels. Well, that's your plan. For sleep, I can sleep deeply for 5 hours and wake up feeling like $1 billion. Well, 5 hours works for you. So you got to find out what works for you. And the only way you can do it is by starting to cultivate mindfulness, conscious living, awareness, and start right now. I'm going to eat my lunch. Eat consciously. Which foods make me feel good? Which foods do I think I should change and not have too much of? How do I feel after my meal? How do I feel an hour after my meal? It sounds like a lot of work, but these things get over in seconds. So start to live consciously and awareness, and I can guarantee you will never have to chase fad diets, fad exercise programs, spiritual fads, and all of that stuff, because you will be guided by your own inner voice and your own consciousness to make the right decisions. And sometimes, of course, we got to take help. We got to take help. We got to take mentoring. We got to take guidance. That's okay. That's okay, but don't outsource it completely, because there is still an inner voice that guides each and every one of us. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep. And remember, you care is all about you.